My dear students of 10th standard, nowadays we are discussing about the carbon and its compounds, the last unit of chemistry portion in your science book. The last session we have discussed about the organic compounds in daily life. The organic compounds in daily life. Before that, we learned about the ethanol, manufacture of ethanol and its uses and chemical properties. Also ethanoic acid, the manufacturing method, physical property and chemical properties. So in the organic compounds in daily life, we learned about the uses of hydrocarbons, alcohol, aldehyde, ketones, ether and ester. Now we are going to studying about soaps and detergents. So soaps are nothing but sodium salts of carboxylic acid. Sodium or potassium salts of carboxylic acid. At the same time, detergents are sodium salts of sulfonic acid. Sodium salts of sulfonic acids. Also, there are two types of soap. Depends upon the presence of alkali. It is classified into two types. Soap which are prepared by the saponification of oil or fat with a caustic soda. So saponification of oil or fat with caustic soda. Caustic soda means sodium hydroxide. So when sodium hydroxide is used, the type of soap is used for washing purpose. At the same time, soap which contain potassium hydroxide, potassium salt, those soaps are used for cleansing the body or bathing purpose. Now we are going to study about the manufacture of soap. So usually there are two methods, and nowadays we are using different modern methods to manufacture the soap. So one oldest method is kettle process. Kettle means a tank, maybe made up of plastic or iron tank with a lid. So this is the oldest method, but it is still widely used in small scale preparation of soap. There are mainly two steps to be followed in this process. So kettle process is the oldest method, but still this method is used in small scale industry. Then there are two steps. First one, saponification of oil. Second step, salting out of soap. Saponification. Already you know what is called a saponification. Saponification is nothing but conversion of fat oil into soap by the action of heat and presence of alkali. Saponification is nothing but conversion of fat oil into soap by the action of heat and presence of alkali. Maybe sodium hydroxide or potassium hydroxide. So in the first step, the oil which is used in this process, the oil or fat, coconut oil, animal fats are used, is taken in an iron tank. That fat or oil is taken in the iron tank. It is called kettle. Now the alkali is added. 10% of alkali depends upon the requirement. Maybe potassium hydroxide or calcium hydroxide is added into the kettle. A little excess. Then the mixture is boiled by allowing the steam. So first one, fat or oil is taken in the kettle. Second one, 10% of alkali is added. Third step, that steam is allowed to boil the mixture. So when steam is allowed, the oil get hydrolyzed after several hours of boiling. The oil get hydrolyzed after several hours of boiling. So it's going to be heated for several hours. During that time, that the chemical compounds are going to be separated into by the water. So it is a interaction of this hydrolysis means the interaction between chemical compound and water. Chemical compound and water. So this process is called saponification. So in the saponification, there are 3 points. First, oil or fat is taken in iron tank. Second one, 10% alkali is added. Third one, mixture is heated by passing steam. So because of this action, the fourth point, the oil get hydrolyzed after several hours of boiling. Then second step, salting out of soap. So salt, the brine solution of sodium chloride, that is salt, common salt. Common salt is then added to the boiling mixture. Soap is finally precipitated in the tank. After several hours, the soap rises to the top of the liquid as curdy moss. The neat soap is taken off from the top and is then allowed to cool down. So in this step, nothing but common salt, that is the brine solution, salt solution, is added in the tank. When the salt solution is added, soap is precipitated in the tank. So the common salt is used to separate soap from the alkali. So soap is finally precipitated in the tank. It is going to form like a curdy moss on the top of the tank. It's going to rise like a foam on the top of the tank, like curd, like a dirty moss. So that curdy moss is collected and it is cooled and it is then allowed in the molds to get different shapes, and then they are going to add coloring agent, flowering agents, and whatever the essence added they are going to add. Then it is packed and sent for the commercial purpose. So only two steps are given. First one, saponification. Second one, salting out to precipitate the soap in the tank. So these are the two steps used in the kettle process. Then effect of hard water on soap. Effect of hard water on soap. So already you learned there are two types of water. Already learned in the previous classes. There are two types of water: hard water and soft water. So normally hard water contain calcium sulfate, magnesium sulfate, and this type of dissolved salts are in hard water. This hard water will not easily give lather with soap. Easily will not form lather. But soft water will not contain this kind of dissolved salt. So soft water readily give lather with soap. Lather with soap. So hard water contain calcium and magnesium ions that limit the cleaning action of soap. So because of the presence of calcium uh, and the magnesium ions, these ions react with the soap and going to form like a precipitate called a scum. So when combined with hot water, they develop a thin layer like a precipitate with a metal ion and form a foam or scum. Scum means a dirty precipitate which leaves a deposit on the clothes or skin and does not easily rinse away. So this precipitate is going to stick onto the cloth. It's going to stick onto the cloth which will not easily remove, easily rinse away. So when you're going to rinse several times, after several times of rinsing the cloth, a little portion can be removed, but still the scum, the dirty precipitate is along with the cloth will not be easily removed. So over time, this can lead to the deterioration. So because of the presence of this scum, the precipitate in the cloth, which is going to damage the cloth, which is going to damage because going gradually the cloth is going to be worse. Gradually it's going to be worse because of the presence of scum. So over the time, this can lead to the deterioration of the fabric and eventually ruin the clothes, damage the clothes. And on the other hand, detergents are made with chemicals that are not affected by hot water. So, because of this, nowadays detergents are used. Detergents are the substance obtained by the action of chemical from the petroleum product which will not be disturbed by the hot water. Hot water will not affect the action of detergent with the water. Then, why ordinary soap is not suitable for washing with hot water? Ordinary soaps, when treated with hot water, precipitate as salts of calcium and magnesium. So what happens? See, the ordinary soap, when treated with hot water, calcium, magnesium precipitates are going to form. Precipitate. And these precipitate going to form like a scum on the surface of the cloth, which will not be easily rinsed away. So they appear at the surface of the cloth as a sticky grey scum. Thus the soaps cannot be used conveniently in hot water. So this some cannot be easily rinsed away. So because of this, the soaps are not suitable in hot water. Soaps are not suitable in hot water. Then, so what can be used instead of soap? We can use detergents. Detergents. So detergents are also a chemical substance, a chemical compound or mixture of chemical compound which is used as a cleaning agent. Which is used as a cleaning agent. And these detergents are sodium salts of sulfonic acid. Sodium salts of sulfonic acid. Soaps are sodium salts of fatty acid, but detergents are sodium salts of sulfonic acid. Sodium salts of sulfonic acid, and these detergents are obtained from the hydrocarbon obtained from crude oil, from petroleum, from petroleum. So, development of synthetic detergents. Development of synthetic detergents. So, synthetic means made by chemical combination, made by the chemical action. So, development of synthetic detergent is a big achievement in the field of cleansing, and these soaps possess the desirable properties of ordinary soap and also can be used with hot water in acidic solution. So what is the peculiar property of this detergent? This detergent can be used even in hot water and even in acidic solution. These detergents are active, and these are salts of sulfonic acid or alkyl hydrogen sulfate. You have to underline in a book. These are the salts of sulfonic acids or alkyl hydrogen sulfate compared to soap, which are salts of carboxylic acid. So soaps are prepared, that is sodium salts of carboxylic acid. Then the detergents do not form precipitate. So detergents will not going to give scum with a calcium and magnesium ion present in hot water. So the cleansing action of detergent is better than and effective compared to the soap. How these detergents are prepared? Detergents are prepared by the addition of sulfuric acid to the processed hydrogen obtained from petroleum. So detergents are prepared by the addition of sulfuric acid H2SO4 to the processed hydrocarbon. Hydrocarbon means the compounds having hydrogen and carbon, and which is obtained from the crude oil, from the petroleum. The chemical reaction results in the formation of molecule similar to the fatty acid in soap. Then an alkali is added to the mixture to produce the surfactant molecules, then which do not bond with the mineral present in hot water, thus preventing the formation of their precipitate. So only 2-3 points are here. Understand. First, see, detergents are prepared by the addition of sulfuric acid to the hydrocarbon obtained in petroleum. Second point, the chemical reaction, the formation of molecule similar to the action of soap in fatty acid. What is the important property? The alkali is added to the mixture to produce surfactant molecule. Surfactant, what is called a surfactant? Surfactant means surface active agent. Surface active agent. So, a type of substance such as detergent added to a liquid to increase its spreading or wetting property by reducing its surface tension. So, surfactant is surface acting agent like detergent added to liquid to increase its spreading or wetting property. It's going to easily spread throughout the cloth and by reducing its surface tension. So surface tension is reduced and easily spread throughout the cloth and to remove the dirty materials in the cloth. So which do not bond with the minerals in hot water. So this surfactant molecule will not going to get react with the calcium ion, magnesium ion present in hot water to give precipitate. So in addition to surfactant, the modern detergents contain several ingredients. They are listed as follows. So surfactants is one of the important thing because it's going to be reduce the surface tension. The surface tension is reduced because of the reduction of surface tension. It's going to spread or wet throughout the cloth, will not form scum with the calcium and magnesium ion. What are the other ingredients are added in the modern preparation of detergents? The modern detergent preparation, when you're going to buy a detergent powder, there are different brand of detergent powders are there. It is Ariel powder, Surf Excel. So many powders are there. When you're going to see the composition, when you're going to see the side of the pack, you can see the ingredient composition. So there are different components are added nowadays to increase the cleansing property, to increase the property of the effective washing. So what are the ingredients? What is the elements added? First one, see, sodium silicate. Sodium silicate. The sodium silicate is added in the modern process. What is the use of the sodium silicate? Which prevent the corrosion. So the washing machine, when you use this detergent powder, the washing machines are going to be corroded because it is made up of the drum. Inside the drum is made up of metal. That drum is going to be corroded, going to be deteriorate, damage because of the action of detergent powder with water. So this corrosion is reduced. The corrosion is reduced by the addition of sodium silicate. So sodium silicate which prevent the corrosion and ensure that the detergent does not damage the washing machine. So sodium silicate is taken in the detergent powder to prevent the corrosion of washing machine. Then second one, fluorescent whitening agents are added. What is the use of the fluorescent whitening? Which is going to give brightness, give a glow to the clothes, going to give brightness to the cloth. That is the advantage of fluorescent whitening agent. Then oxygen bleaches are like sodium perborate. Sodium perborate is added. What is the use of the sodium perborate? It enables the removal of certain stains from the cloth. The strong stains made up of grease and other oils can be removed using this sodium perborate. Then sodium sulfate is added to prevent caking of the detergent powder. The powder should be always free flow. It should not going to bond with other material. The caking, it's not going to cake means that going to bond with other particles and not going to be a sticky one. Usually it should be free flow. So because of this sodium sulfate is added, which will not allow the detergent powder for the caking. Then enzymes are added to break down some stains. The stains because of blood, vegetable juice, the vegetable material, if stains or any strong, uh, the dirt is made in the clothes mean These things can be easily removed by breaking down the molecule by the action of enzyme. So enzymes are added to break down these stains made up of biological substances. And sixth point, certain chemicals that give out pleasant smell, that the fragrance is added, that uh, the order is given. So nowadays each detergent having different types of fragrance. The order is pleasant smell because of the addition of some chemicals. Addition of some chemical. So certain chemicals that give out a pleasant smell are also added to make the clothes fragrant after they are washed with the detergent. Uh, so these are the some of the uh, additional ingredients additional ingredients added added to the surfactant. First one is sodium silicate to prevent corrosion, fluorescent material to give glow to the cloth, then oxygen please to remove the some stains, sodium sulfate prevent caking of powder, enzyme to remove the biological substances, and then pleasant smell or uh, fragrance is added. So these are the six important ingredients added to the modern surfactant to prepare detergent powder. So my dear students, you have to go through this the manufacture of soap in kettle process. This is the oldest method and it is used in the small scale industry, and in this two steps are there. Saponification of oil, salting out. The saponification, that the oil is taken in iron tank, 10% alkali is added, boiled allowing steam, then hydrolyzation of oil take place. In salting out, common salt solution is added to precipitate the soap in the tank. Then the effect of hot water. So because of the presence of calcium and magnesium ion, that hot water will not give easily lather with soap. So because of the formation of scum. So nowadays we are using detergents. Detergents are made with the sodium salts of sulfonic acid. Sodium salts of sulfonic acid, and they are synthetic detergents obtained by the hydrocarbon from the crude oil. Crude oil. And the surfactant is there, which is going to be reduce the surface tension and spread over the cloth and increase the cleansing action. And there are six important ingredients are added to improve the performance, the effectiveness of detergents. So my dear student, go through up to this, learn thoroughly the cleansing action of soap. This portion, the remaining portion, only a small portion is there, which we will study in the next class. So go through, complete your classwork, then and then prepare, write and practice. Don't waste the time. Thank you. God bless you.